Things are getting muddy out there, and we knew this was coming, but what's awesome is we got the Yankum ropes on hand. So let's try one. Be a first time actually using a Yankum rope to pull something out.
So should we do the 74,000 inch and a half, or should we do the 2-inch 131,000 pound capacity? Well, these trucks will be loaded all the way. Let's do the 74,000 pound inch and a half. And then of course we got a couple of these so that we can throw them on. Doesn't tear up the rope, any sharp edges. Yeah, inch and a half, I like that idea. You guys are right. The 2-inch, what was I thinking? We don't need that yet. The buds aren't stuck.
We're gonna take the rope down there. We got a bud to pull a truck, and it's probably gonna have to happen over and over again. We'll show you why, but we don't really have another option. So let's go there, let's do this. In this country, when it starts thawing, you've got frost below the surface. This ground here just gets to be this muck, really tough to work with. They're really slippery, just sticky. It's hard. And when you've got buildings that you don't use very often, you don't have access to gravel the roads, pavement's expensive, you deal with mud. And that's just the reality of life out here in north central Montana. So, you gotta have tractors to keep pulling stuff out of the mud. This isn't all the year, this is just this time of the year, because the thing is, we can't wait for the ground to thaw out, to dry up, to do this, because we need to be planting them. So we gotta be getting ready now to get ready for planting, so when it thaws, dries out, we'll start planting. Make sense? Good. The problem is, those bins right there have got the wheat that we need cleaned for seed for our spring wheat this year. This area has no good access in here, in this yard, without going through mud holes. Bud's got nice big tires on it. Good tractor for this, what we're gonna do. So we'll fill the truck up, get it nice and full, hook the Yankum rope up to the front axle on the truck, preferably on the frame, because this truck does not have a good hook on the front. And we're gonna just drag the trucks out of here one by one as we take wheat out, get it clean, and put it in another bin. And we're just gonna make massive ruts. It's gonna be a mess, but dirt can be moved easily. We've got the equipment to do it, so when the time comes, we'll clean all this up. Something tells me this year these ropes are gonna be on the back of this tractor a lot. Just a suspicion, this one. Because this girl here, she's not planting anymore. The other two are. So remember when I was saying this truck doesn't have a good place to hook on? Rather than hitching that Yankum rope to the front bumper here, we're using a heavy chain to attach the frame of the truck, and then attach the Yankum rope to that. Preferably, you want the rope to the right of the truck. The trucks just don't have a good place to hook on. It'll work though. We got a pretty big chain. Too far. I tried to tell him to stop, but he must not have seen me. That's okay, just a little teeny bit on the ground. All right, we gotta get this truck out of here, so let's pull it. Gotta get this girl started though. We'll get the air built up on and then we'll run the other truck out of here.
Battery's installed. Gonna pop the hood, make sure it's got oil in it, everything's good. And then I'll throw some ether in it, fire it up, let it warm up, build up air. By the time the other truck is full, moved out of the way, this one will be ready to go. Hopefully. I'll put some ether in it while he's cranking it over. Ready? Yep, go for it. Worked out pretty well.
All right, let's pull that truck out of here. We never had a recovery rope like that on the farm, so it's kind of fun to see that thing stretch like that. We're not pulling anything that's just like majorly buried in the ground, but just playing on the safe side. That's a great time to forget my dry shod boots. Well, I'd say that worked pretty good. It's gonna get messy. Here's the bright side of this whole story though. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow are the warmest days. The day that we start cleaning seed, that night's supposed to get below freezing. Hopefully far enough that it'll put a little bit of frost in the surface here. So when we come in early that day, we won't be dealing with mud. We'll have a little bit of a surface to drive on. Let's hope. Because then we want to throw us pulling stuff. Well, let's keep doing what we gotta do because we gotta get this grain from here over there. There is one thing though that's not the most enjoyable thing about this time of the year, and that is the need to have to pressure wash everything over and over again because you just can't get work done without getting stuff muddy. But if you're anything like me, just wash the windows and the door handles. And that way, you'll be able to see and get in the doors without getting mud on your hands. And tomorrow it's gonna get muddy again. That's okay. Got some cool things happening. One being, we're getting our grain clean. It's exciting, right? Of course it is. Because that means we're getting closer to planting, which is exciting because that means we're gonna get a crop in the ground, harvest it, and hopefully make some money. So the farm can keep going. Seeding is a big time of the year because if you don't get the crop seeded, planted, sowed, whatever you want to call it, you're going out of business. It's just kind of how it works. So the guy's here, name's Andy, and he's gonna come set up his machine where we've got a place for him already with trucks ready, full of grain, ready to be cleaned and turned into seed. So I'm on my way there, he's following us, my dad's in the other truck, we're gonna get it all set up and get this going. So we're at another part of our farm. This actually technically is not our farmland right here. We lease it, so I guess we have control of it, but we don't own it. These buildings are not ours. That's why we don't use them. I wish we could, but we don't. But we do own this hopper bin here, and we use their bin there. And this is one of the few areas that is fairly dry on the farm. And we've got seed in that bin that we really want clean. We decided this is the best place to put the cleaner, even though it's gonna be a bunch of shoveling stuff all over. He'll be here where it's dry. We'll keep him fed. He's gonna keep pulling out of this bin right here. We'll keep topping it off with trucks to make sure he's got seed available to keep pulling from. And then we'll take the clean stuff and we're gonna run it all the way down over to our other bin site where we got just enough dry area to get in and unload into one of our bins. So we're gonna use this Brandt 40-foot transfer auger that Leg Arm's been working on. This will feed this 2,500 bushel bin, I believe. Not actually using the hopper at all. We're just gonna keep this as our surge tank for him, so he'll keep filling this up as he needs, and then we'll park our other trucks around for him to unload in the cleanings, because there's basically 3 byproducts off his cleaner. One's clean seed, one's called screenings. That's all the junk that we don't want, cracked kernels, small kernels, other seeds that you don't want that aren't wheat seeds. And then there's the big chunks, and they just fall on the ground because there's usually not very many of them, and the animals come and eat it, so it's not a big deal. We're good to go to put the pup trailer underneath for the cleanings. So I'm gonna grab the Thumbins right here, hook onto the pinwheel hitch, and drag that thing over there. Some were asking, how do we move that pup around without air? We disengage the brakes, that's why. Seed's getting a little low for Andy, so I'm gonna go get some more, which means I gotta drive this old Ford into that nasty mud hole to get to the bin so we can hopefully fill it. I'm gonna try getting as far as I can without being pulled by the bud. Probably not gonna make it very far, but we'll see how it does, and then we'll use the bud to pull us out and get back over here. Not happening. This place is terrible. It's okay, we got her. We'll get us through. All right, let's try that. It's not gonna take much. Oh boy. Oh, why can't the ground be frozen right now? That would be nice. Okay, that'll work. Okay, that's full. Rope's nice, tight. We're gonna pull out in a second. I just gotta get this set up. There, got it, we're out. Not gonna do this. Take the truck, go dump it, and do another load. 2. All right. You know, I wasn't really sure if it was gonna be a lot worse this time, and it definitely was stickier, but with the bud there, a good rope, it's just easy to kind of limp it in and limp it out. Nothing's gonna break. Just take it nice and easy and slow. I just let the clutch out and let the truck idle basically as it just slowly turns the wheels while the bud's pulling it. We're gonna have some deep ruts there. It's gonna get bad, but I think we'll get enough grain out of there to get the seed that we need to get this year done. And then we'll come back with the grader and clean all that mess up. Oh yeah, whew, great. Let's start the second truck up Gotta fill this one up tonight too, so I'll have enough in the morning. Dad's bringing the one in right now that we just filled up, but these trucks are leaking air really bad this year, so I'll tell you one thing, before spring planting, we gotta go through the air system of these trucks and find all these leaks and get them fixed, because we can't deal with low air pressure. You gotta have air, gotta have brakes, gotta turn the parking brake off. That green truck doesn't really have a good place to hook on the front of that thing, unlike the red one, which actually has a hook. I didn't really want to wrap that big old chain around it to hook the rope on, so I'm gonna use that. Haven't used it yet, but this is a soft shackle, a little safer, and it'll be a lot easier to wrap around the front of that axle in that truck when we're lightly pulling it out, or around the frame where I can get in there. We'll try it, we'll see. It should work. All right, round two. This soft shackle, by the way, is gonna go right there. I hope it works well. We got our vac. Just in a puddle. All right, that should do it. Let's see what this is doing in here. Getting there. That's it. Okay. Well, he gave a couple tugs with that right here. So far, so good. Let's see if it holds up. That worked out really nice. I like it. There's just not a good place to hook on that truck, unfortunately, and I didn't really want to get on there and wrap a chain around everything because you always got a lot of excess chain. And so that there is thick enough that it's strong enough to stand that kind of torque on it, but also being wrapped in rubber, I was able to wrap it around the leaf springs in that front axle, which is strong on the truck, but it wouldn't rip the rope. That truck, parked in position, unload into the bin. This truck, sitting here, ready to be unloaded where the other truck is right here when that one's done, first thing in the morning. Dad is taking off in the loaded semi of clean seed. We're gonna go dump that in the bin, which is over here, and I'm gonna take this and chase them. It's good stuff. All right, I just got to the bin site and 13 inches up there, ready to go. We have the lift on the back of the Cummins here, but I'm gonna move this thing so you can get that truck in here because it's kind of in the way. So let's start this girl. That ought to give him enough room so he can pull that whole truck in straight rather than trying to back it in. A little easier. A little bit of mud here, a little soft. Hopefully it doesn't make too bad of ruts when that heavy thing rides in, but when he pulls up, I'll give him the mark and shove the swing out hopper underneath him, and let's get that truck dumped into our awesome hopper bins. Thanks to that guy's Fab Shop. Good bottoms. Okay, we're done. So I'll get the pickup. Oh, I gotta push that pan back before he takes off. All right, there. Okay. Anyways, done. Call it a day. Gonna go home. Kids are already in bed, but might get a chance to say goodnight to them before the night's over. All right, day 2 of running the seed cleaner, and we're doing pretty good. It's cold this morning. It got cold last night, which is good for trying to make the ground a little harder to get into that bin, but I just don't think it's froze enough. Chances are we're gonna break through, which means we gotta start the bud and use it to pull the truck in and out, which is fine. But we're heading there right now to go fill the trucks. He's doing a pretty good job. He's got his semi almost full again, so that'll be 2,000 bushels clean. We're gonna have at least 3,000 done, so we're over halfway. It's good, but we're making good progress. Things are happening. All right. Let's see if the 4520 will start. I got a little muddy getting in here. So no, ground is not frozen. It was a little squirrely. Needs a little help. See what I meant by a little help? Yeah, this thing doesn't have a very big battery and it's getting old. Oh, it's going. Just give it a second. She'll wake up. You know, when you wake up, the last thing you want to do is jump right out of your bed. You got to take a second. Hang on. It's getting there. Oh, good. Okay, now for the bud. It'll start. Just give it a second. The fuel links back in this thing. I gotta get a check valve in line. There's a check valve somewhere and it's not working. So, when you get down a man, just pile a big chain on the gas pedal. Not full throttle, but just enough, the alternator will run, and I can start it. Dad's in the tractor, he's gonna shut it off in a second. Just about full. I ripped my pants. Sorry you had to see that. What is he doing? Why isn't he turning it off? What are you doing? I guess you can't see this side. It's full. We're good to go. We'll grab the pickup and head back. Maybe get a new pants on. How about that? That's why I usually wear something tougher than these cheap blue jeans, but I thought it'd be a good choice today. No, it wasn't. That time again. What is this, like number 5, 6? Oh well, it's better than not getting this done. There, another one down. And it is not a good day to rip your pants. It is drafty. Whew, why can't this happen in July, not cold March? All right, okay, well, we finished this on a cold note, but a warm friendship. This is Andy. This is Mike's son that he passed it on to the next generation. Very competent son that can take over this business and handle this grain. We just got done with almost 4,000 bushels or more run through this machine. And great job. Always a fun time with Mike. I think he's been doing it for us for over 30 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah. How long had he been done? He worked for someone, then bought the machine.
He did. I bet he's been doing it for better part of 30 years. Yeah, right in there.
Yeah, so he's kind of like me. Needs to pass it on to the next generation so that they can do a better job. It's good to meet Andy here, and it's glad to have the grain clean. And it feels like we should have had winter wheat in planted. It looks like winter's coming. But 2 weeks will make a difference. But anyway, thanks Andy for this, and appreciate the help with getting this clean for us.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we're gonna see you probably this fall, aren't we?
Yeah, I'll give you a call as soon as I'm coming through, and we'll set up a time and get her done.
All right, cool, thanks. And just like that, it's winter again. Brr, a little bit of snow. I got gloves, don't worry. Should we go up? Let's go tap on the bin, see how full it is. I know it's getting close. According to our measurements, should be sitting okay. Woo! It is windy. This thing's batteries are getting weak. Right here. I think it'll fit fine. It'll be close. We'll keep tabs on it. This is kind of eerie being up here. Okay, well, I think it's gonna be okay. Definitely gonna be full. I'm not gonna climb up there and look, but I think we'll get this whole truck in, be done, get out of here, and start bringing equipment home, because we got the big bud sitting over there, got a John Deere sitting over there, all kinds of stuff. Get it back. That's it. Set her down. Let it run a second, make sure it's cleaned out. You don't want all that weight sitting there. All right. I'm gonna go move this hopper bottom for Dad so he doesn't have to. All right, well, done over here. Dad just took Bud. This battery on this 4520, like you guys already know, is shot. So we're gonna use jumper cables. Again, that's okay, because we got it. Struggling much? Hang on. It's getting there. Hang on. He hasn't quite hit his peak yet. Ah, there we go. We're good. Okay, let's take this thing home. Well, here's what's going on. So I drove the tractor back. The Bud ran out of fuel. At least we think it did. It just quit. I don't know. Who knows? We're gonna find out. But I'm gonna run this back. They're gonna bring the other tractor back. We're slowly bringing everything back. It is miserable out here. Windy, cold, snowy. That's just life in the spring. But hopefully it's just a fuel issue. If it's just a fuel issue, we can put some fuel in the filter and maybe pump some air into the tank and get it primed. And get that tractor back because it's sitting in the county road right now all by itself. We don't like to do that. All right, well, we got both the John Deere 4520 and the Case IH 7140 parked. 7140's hooked off of the auger, so we gotta use the tractor to move a cart. Service truck's running. Did have that swing on it. They're putting some diesel in it. It's got an air compressor and diesel to pressurize the tank to get the fuel to the engine of the Bud, which is parked in the road over there. I'm just sitting here warming up, and then we head back out because it is cold out there. Wind. Well, that was down on fuel, so it's pumping right now from the service truck over. Took the fuel filter off, poured some fuel in it, put it back on. He's fired up again, running. But we'll just keep filling it up with fuel while we're here and then run this back. That holds about 300 gallons. This holds, I think, close to 500 gallons, so it'll get about 2/3 full when it's done. But we'll get her back and out of this blizzardly cold nastiness. Gonna have to wash that rope. That's okay. They're easy to clean up. But guys, just so you know, there's some stuff happening in the shop, particularly with that girl back there. So, just so you know, next video, big upgrades. It's gonna be exciting. But thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Stay tuned for the next one because it's coming. God bless. We'll catch you later.